And on a morning when the sun was high, one of the disciples, one of those 3 who had played with him in childhood, approached him, saying, "Master, my garment is worn, and I have no other. Give me leave to go unto the marketplace and bargain, that perchance I may procure me new raiment." And Al-Mustafa looked upon the young man, and he said, "Give me your garment." And he did so, and stood naked in the noonday. And Al-Mustafa said in a voice that was like a young steed running upon a road, "Only the naked live in the sun. Only the artless ride the wind. And he alone who loses his way 1,000 times shall have a homecoming. The angels are tired of the clever. And it was but yesterday that an angel said to me, 'We created hell for those who glitter.' What else but fire can erase a shining surface and melt a thing to its core?" And I said, "But in creating hell, you created devils to govern hell." But the angel answered, "Nay, hell is governed by those who do not yield to fire." Wise angel. He knows the ways of men and the ways of half-men. He is one of the seraphim who come to minister unto the prophets when they are tempted by the clever. And no doubt he smiled when the prophets smile, and weeps also when they weep. My friends and my mariners, only the naked live in the sun. Only the rudderless can sail the greater sea. Only he who is dark with the night shall wake with the dawn, and only he who sleeps with the roots under the snow shall reach the spring. For you are even like roots, and like roots are you simple, yet you have wisdom from the earth. And you are silent, yet you have within your unborn branches the choir of the 4 winds. You are frail and you are formless, yet you are the beginning of giant oaks, and of the half-penciled patterning of the willows against the sky. Once more I say, you are but roots betwixt the dark sod and the moving heavens. And oftentimes have I seen you rising to dance with the light, but I have also seen you shy. All roots are shy. They have hidden their hearts so long that they know not what to do with their hearts. But May shall come, and May is a restless virgin, and she shall mother the hills and the plains. And one who had served in the temple besought him, saying, "Teach us, Master, that our words may be even as your words, a chant and an incense unto the people." And Al-Mustafa answered and said, "You shall rise beyond your words, but your path shall remain a rhythm and a fragrance, a rhythm for lovers and for all who are beloved, and a fragrance for those who would live life in a garden. But you shall rise beyond your words to a summit whereon the stardust falls, and you shall open your hands until they are filled. Then you shall lie down and sleep like a white fledgling in a white nest, and you shall dream of your tomorrow as white violets dream of spring. Aye, and you shall go down deeper than your words. You shall seek the lost fountainheads of the streams, and you shall be a hidden cave echoing the faint voices of the depths, which now you do not even hear. You shall go down deeper than your words, aye, deeper than all sounds, to the very heart of the earth, and there you shall be alone with him who walks also upon the Milky Way. And after a space one of the disciples asked him, saying, "Master, speak to us of being. What is it to be?" And Al-Mustafa looked long upon him and loved him. And he stood up and walked a distance away from them. Then returning, he said, "In this garden my father and my mother lie, buried by the hands of the living. And in this garden lie buried the seeds of yesteryear, brought hither upon the wings of the wind. 1,000 times shall my mother and my father be buried here, and 1,000 times shall the wind bury the seed, and 1,000 years hence shall you and I and these flowers come together in this garden, even as now, and we shall be loving life, and we shall be dreaming of space, and we shall be rising towards the sun. But now today to be is to be wise, though not a stranger to the foolish. It is to be strong, but not to the undoing of the weak. To play with young children, not as fathers, but rather as playmates who would learn their games. To be simple and guileless with old men and women, and to sit with them in the shade of the ancient oak trees, though you are still walking with spring. To seek a poet, though he may live beyond the 7 rivers, and to be at peace in his presence, nothing wanting, nothing doubting, and with no question upon your lips. To know that the saint and the sinner are twin brothers, whose Father is our gracious King, and that one was born but the moment before the other, wherefore we regard him as the crowned prince. To follow beauty even when she shall lead you to the verge of the precipice, and though she is winged and you are wingless, and though she shall pass beyond the verge, follow her, for where beauty is not, there is nothing. To be a garden without walls, a vineyard without a guardian, a treasure house forever open to passers-by. To be robbed, cheated, deceived, aye, misled and trapped and then mocked, yet with it all to look down from the height of your larger self and smile, knowing that there is spring that will come to your garden to dance in your leaves, and an autumn to ripen your grapes. Knowing that if but one of your windows is open to the east, you shall never be empty. Knowing that all those deemed wrongdoers and robbers, cheaters and deceivers are your brothers in need, and that you are, perchance, all of these in the eyes of the blessed inhabitants of that city invisible, above this city. And now, to you also whose hands fashion and find all things that are needful for the comfort of our days and our nights. To be is to be a weaver with seeing fingers, a builder mindful of light and space, to be a ploughman and feel that you are hiding a treasure with every seed you sow, to be a fisherman and a hunter with a pity for the fish and for the beast, yet a still greater pity for the hunger and need of man. And above all, I say this, I would have you each and every one partners to the purpose of every man, for only so shall you hope to obtain your own good purpose. My comrades and my beloved, be bold and not meek, be spacious and not confined, and until my final hour and yours, be indeed your greater self. And he ceased speaking, and there fell a deep gloom upon the 9, and their heart was turned away from him, for they understood not his words. And behold, the 3 men who were mariners longed for the sea, and they who had served in the temple yearned for the consolation of her sanctuary, and they who had been his playfellows desired the marketplace. They were all deaf to his words, so that the sound of them returned unto him like weary and homeless birds seeking refuge. And Al-Mustafa walked a distance from them in the garden, saying nothing, nor looking upon them. They began to reason among themselves and to seek excuse for their longing to be gone. And behold, they turned, and went every man to his own place, so that Al-Mustafa, the chosen and the beloved, was left alone.